So, you just got your hands on Street Fighter 6, and you want to know some tips to start learning to play like you're ready to win EVO?
This match, he's got V-trigger. If he finds a hit, he'll kill.
He jumped onto it.
Oh,
He baited the throw.
That's it! That's it! Tokido is the Evolution 2017 champion, coming all the way from loser's bracket. He's done it! He has won Evolution finally! He's been chasing it for so long, and there it is!
Don't worry, noob. I got you. But before we get started, my fellow noobs, the question of the day. Who's your favorite fighter right now and why? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And with that being said, let's get right into it, my fellow noobs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Number 1, learn how to move with your character. I get it, you noob. What do you mean I have to learn how to move with my character? Trust me, learning how to utilize your walk speed going forward and backwards is very critical to learning how to approach your opponent. Don't forget to learn how far your dashes go from front dash to back dash. And also, don't forget to learn about how to use your jump arc. Every character's jump arc is different and have different heights. So be sure to learn how to use your movement. It's very critical when playing neutral. Number 2, figure out your key normals to attack your opponents at the mid to long ranges. Also be sure to check if your character has a special cancelable low. Now, try asking, why the low? Well, these are great to check opponents that like to walk at you all day. So force them to protect their feet. You know, make them crouch block. Additionally, be sure to understand which special moves you can use to poke your opponents with as well, such as a projectile like a Hadouken or a Sonic Boom, or safe lunging attacks like Luke's heavy flash knuckle or Jamie's palm strike. Try to figure out which moves can gain you the upper hand in matches against your opponents. Number 3, and I can't stress this enough, practice your anti-airs. Anti-airing is a crucial part of Street Fighter. Do your best to not allow your opponents to jump on you to the best of your ability. This is one of the hardest skills in all of Street Fighter, so be sure to familiarize yourself with what's the right anti-air given the situation that you're in. Now, you can break down anti-airs into 3 categories. Grounded anti-airs, such as down heavy punch with Ryu or Luke. You have your special move and super anti-airs. Air to airs, these are your quickest moves while rising in the air, which would be a jump like kick or a jump like punch. And finally, air throws. Each type of anti-air has its advantages and disadvantages, so be sure to check what works best for your character. Number 4, practice 3 to 5 simple combos that you can rely on. I understand as a noob, it's exciting to learn and execute the big boy combos, but when trying to improve, focus on what you can do, and you can increase your damage output as you continue to improve. Remember to not rush your progress here, as it's always good to do stable combos rather than advanced combos when learning. Execution takes time now, don't forget that, noob. Number 5, learn to not overextend on your pressure sequences. Now I get it, noobs. You smell blood in the air and you want to hunt your opponents, but then you fall short because they reversal your face and you lost the game for it. Now, instead of rushing in face first and losing for it, consider taking a more passive approach and observe your opponent in certain situations. A little patience can go farther than going full ape on your opponents. Number 6, speaking of pressure, don't abuse neutral drive rush, noobs. You know, it's very appealing to want to, as they say, skip neutral and kind of get the party started while using drive rush to get in. But you have to be smart about how you're playing the neutral game. You don't have to force your way in every 30 seconds, noobs. Number 7, do not over abuse drive parry. Okay, alright. Now for this, trust me, I get it. Everyone wants to do the Daigo versus Justin parry from Evo Moment 37.
Daigo actually angry. Justin's turtle style. Overcome Rao. Now on the verge of putting Daigo down. 1-0.
But I'm gonna just be real. You ain't Daigo. Well, at least not yet. Look, man, you're still a noob, and even though it's a whole lot easier to parry in this game, it really hurts if your parry gets baited and you get thrown into punish counter damage. It really hurts. Instead, learn how to parry what you can see, such as projectiles, or even some of the lunging attacks like Honda Headbutt. And you can also use it to anti-air if you want, so parry some of the jump-ins. Especially if it may be something that's hard to block, such as a cross-up. At this point, you'll be training your reactions, and that will always prevail in Street Fighter 6. So keep working on that. Number 8. Do not, and I repeat again, do not abuse Drive Impact. Drive Impact is by far one of the most abusable mechanics to utilize as a newer player because it has super armor, it gets through a lot of things, and you get a nice fat combo. But because everyone gets to universally armor through a great deal of moves in Street Fighter 6, it kind of gets blown up very easily if you overabuse this mechanic, because they can simply Drive Impact you right back and do the exact same thing that you were looking to do in the first place. Now, the counter hit damage on a punish counter for this mechanic can quite literally, well, it can be game ending if you're not smart about this move. So trust me when I say, use this a lot more sparingly when your opponent has drive gauge of their own. Number 9. Since we're on the drive mechanics, let's address meter management right away. First and foremost, drive gauge is very vital to your gameplay, so keeping a watchful eye on your drive gauge is very, very important to your ability to play the system of Street Fighter 6. Losing access to your OD or EX special moves, not very good. Also losing access to your drive parry and drive impact, and let's not forget drive reversal, it's not good. Losing access to all your drive options is just not a good look. Why? Unfortunately, you get into burnout state, and going into burnout is one of the worst things you could do in the game, so try to avoid it where you can when learning how to play. And number 10, the most important tip of this guide. And what is it you're wondering, my fellow noobs? Simple. Stay positive and be patient. Improving at any fighting game takes time and effort. Don't get discouraged by losses or setbacks. Stay positive, keep practicing, and maintain a growth mindset. And with dedication and perseverance, you'll see those improvements over time. Remember, practice is key to improving at any game. Consistent training and willingness to learn and a positive mindset are essential elements in becoming a better Street Fighter 6 player. And with that being said, my fellow noobs, we're going to call it here for this video. If you enjoy content like this, please go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below and leave a like. It lets me know that you guys are interested in more content like this. This is ShinKensou signing out, and good luck out there in the streets, you noob.